Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. So, on a recent Calling All Devs, a question came up, well, more of a concern that I often hear or read on my videos or streams, and the question was, how fast or how can you create a solar system once all the tools are in place for creating them? Now, there's often a concern that the vast amount of locations and systems and planets needed for Star Citizen, people are concerned that it's going to take so long. Now, although they couldn't say exactly how long it will take for obvious reasons, they did go into how the speed of developing locations and planets and systems will increase going forwards. Currently, they are restructuring the locations team to get prepared for building out the vast amounts of locations needed for Star Citizen's persistent universe. But to get an idea of scale, we currently have one planet, which is Hurston, and 7 moons. This is in 3.3.6. The Stanton system alone is 4 planets and 12 moons, and they're hoping to achieve 100 systems eventually, and obviously increase it as time goes on. Now, the past year they've done research and development to find out what tech they need and developing that in order to speed up the whole process. Things like procedural interiors, the asset scattering, these are just a couple of tools that they have created to help them speed it up and make it look as good as it can be. They have some common elements like hangars, habitation pods, transit systems. All these areas they make once and then they can duplicate it. They will then develop more style types, which will then give them more choice, reducing any repetition. But Lorville obviously is helping them to know what is needed, and they're learning from building out Hurston and Lorville to help them with the future. Area 18, for example, they didn't realise they would want or even need a transit system for the landing zone, but they did soon realise that they would need one. With Lorville, they have learnt how to create one and can now use the same system, but just change it enough so that it doesn't feel identical and feels more like it belongs to ArcCore. They've also learnt methods on how to optimise landing zones, which is obviously very important. Now, the systems in Star Citizen's persistent universe are all very different. Pyro, for example, is much less inhabited with no planets, just stations basically, compared to, say, Terra. This has multiple landing zones, even on one planet. What they learn each time they create a new planet will help with future planets. They're currently creating multiple landing zone teams so that they can develop more locations and planets all at once. They're having a big push in hiring developers for locations, and obviously with Squadron 42 coming closer to close, they have all the resources pulled off of there now working on the persistent universe. They did say that there will be more coming to the current locations as well. We're only seeing the environments. We're not seeing things like weather, fauna, more building or building types or derelicts. They're all still to be distributed and created. But like with every other aspect of Star Citizen, they create these pipelines. These are a series of tools and methods, kind of a structure which they then follow to ensure that everything is done correctly and nothing is missed off, but it also helps speed up the process vastly. Over time, these pipelines get refined and updated, making the final product even better. The ship pipeline, for example, starts in design and then goes to concept and white box and grey box, all the way up to completion. This allows ships to get released much quicker than ever before. The same will work for environments and locations. They figure out what they need, they design it, then they start concepting them, and then building them out into a final release for us to use and to play with. For every planet that they do create, they have to create new and different biomes and textures and style guides and building assets. Each of these are then reusable anytime they create another planet. The Stanton system, for example, is the first one they're going to build out with Crusader and Hurston and all these other places. And so it has a gas giant like Crusader, it has a snowy ice planet like Microtech, a complete city planet which is ArcCore, plus Hurston, which has mountains, oceans, grass and trees and all sorts of different biomes. Plus each of the moons that they have created has unique landscapes and looks to them. All of these can be reused, and the more that they create, the more substantial their tools become, and then the bigger the universe can get. Now, although they didn't exactly say how long each moon, planet or system will take to create, we can rest assured that with everything they do create, it speeds up the rest so much more. There is no doubt it'll take a lot of time to create all the systems, but it will not continue at the speed it is currently running at now. Once they finish the Stanton system, expect to see more systems coming to fruition much quicker. But with that said, I would love to know which system you are most looking forward to and why. I really can't wait to check out these more snowy biomes. That's going to be cool. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube, hit that like button and turn the little notification bell on so you don't miss any of my videos. Follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers as well, where you can hang out with us on Twitch, talking Star Citizen and playing Star Citizen, and even jumping in and joining me in game. Big thank you to my patrons. If you want to support my channel even further, do check out my link below to my Patreon page. It is much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.